looky here. It's the Pat and JT podcast.
Pat and JT podcast.
It's Pat and JT. I'm also on Instagram and Twitter. You can call us, 402-403-9478. You can also text us on that number for real-time interaction with us because, podcasts aren't live, right? So text us, and randomly got text yesterday afternoon talking about previous episodes. And yeah. So do 402-403-9478. We'd love to get them.
Absolutely. Coming up also, episode 161 is when Matt Schick will be joining us.
Love
on
Matt
the
Schick.
podcast. Absolutely. And if you're not familiar with Matt, he worked here in Omaha several years ago in TV at Channel 7. And then he transitioned to radio with Nick Baugh, and they did a sports show, and it was hilarious. And they were rudely removed from the air as a team. And here's the point. It was wrong that they were removed from the air because of the fact that they continued to do a segment together on Nick's radio show for the next 10 years almost.
And they're still great friends.
And everybody still loves it when they're together.
Yeah.
And it was like, how did this ever happen? And
it's
bad
funny
judgment.
because it's just like, it's kind of like when we were taken off the air. We weren't allowed to say goodbye or anything. It just kind of went away. We've talked about it before, but the Edge radio station, when it went off the air, it wasn't a lead up to, hey, this is our last day, this is our last 5 hours. It was get on the microphone and you're done and start playing REM. And that's what we did. Yeah. And it's just like there was no closure. And the same thing with these guys. And so it's just the way the stupid business works sometimes.
It is, and it's sad because it's such an abrupt move, and he even talking with Matt and Nick before about this that disturbed them to no end. At least they had an opportunity to continue the relationship on the air once in a while or once a week, as it turned out to be for a while. But anyway, he's been back in town because he went to Kugler Vision and had his eyes done.
That's right.
And just like how many other people that we've been talking with.
It's gonna be weird seeing him without glasses though in person.
I know.
I've seen some pictures online, but not in person. It's gonna be weird.
I haven't seen him in person since he left.
Yeah. I mean, he's on ESPN all the time, but not in person.
Not the same. So real excited. But yeah, he went to Kugler Vision. Kugler Vision supports our broadcast. And it's kind of just, it's crazy because Kugler Vision didn't realize that we were friends with Matt. And they had said, hey, this guy, Matt Schick, who used to work at a radio station here in Omaha, he's coming back to have the procedure done. He works at ESPN now. And, wondered if you might want to have him on the podcast. We're like, Matt Schick? Yeah, we used to have him on our show every day.
Yeah.
For I don't know how long.
For years.
They were on every day. They would pop in, Matt and Nick, and kind of tell us what they were going to do on their show and talk about what we were doing on our show and give their 2 cents worth on a couple things, laugh a lot, and brighten the day.
Yeah.
And then they go off and go do their show. So it was kind of cool because Kugler didn't realize that we were all friends. And so the opportunity to sit down with him is great. And the fact that he went in, had his eyes done, like we've been talking, going in and getting that consultation is key, because that's where you find out what your options are. And there are so many different options. Not everybody's going to have the same things on the table to choose from. KuglerVision.com. You can set up your own consultation time, get in there and find out what the options are for you.
Tell them Pat and JT sent you.
Absolutely.
Pat and JT podcast.
One of our previous podcasts too, we talked about Bill Lindell. I think it was just the previous one, right? My Pillow.
Yeah, the My Pillow guy.
And I'm sad to report that the rumors turned out to not be true, kind of true. Bill Lindell himself addressed this, and we got to hear him talking about it in a little interview that he did. And the word was he was going to be running in Minnesota against Ilhan Omar. And he's very well known as, Mr. My Pillow, and built his own company. And he's very much involved in the politics of his state, and he decided he was going to run. And anyway, he got on, and he laughed, and he was very appreciative. He said, this just kind of blew up. He says it was kind of out of context. He said, but he had kind of indicated,
he probably would have won. He probably doesn't want to win.
Well, that could be, he thinks he can do more not running.
He probably can.
He thinks he can do more in his whatever his purpose is. He's Republican, but he thinks he could do more by not running.
I would not want to be a politician to save my life. It's so frustrating every day, pulling your hair out, banging your head against the wall, talking to idiots who whatever side. If you're on the right, the left are idiots. If you're on the left, the right are idiots. It doesn't matter.
But you're right, because your hands are kind of tied to some things that you can do, and you have obligations that you have to do, and so that diminishes your time that you have available to go do other things. So I see what he's saying. He did say something about he said he would run if the Lord told him, it was time. And I'm like, well, obviously I think the Lord was telling you something, because this blew up. Everybody was wanting to know. And there was almost some people that were halfway excited about the idea, but he is not going to be running.
That's unfortunate.
So we won't have any parody commercials.
He's probably smart, because he probably knows there are things in his past he doesn't want to get out there. He's like, nah. Those bones are buried. I heard rumors of meth a long time ago.
No.
That's what I heard.
Stop.
It could be fake. That's what I heard, allegedly. I don't know.
We don't know. But anyway, he's got his own business to run as well.
Yeah.
So it'd
Too much stuff
be
going on.
A little bit difficult. So that wasn't true. Fake news. I tried. Let's see what else was going on. Oh, I know I was going to tell you about what happened yesterday. I don't know if this has ever happened to anybody. I went somewhere to get lunch, and it was a drive-through. And I'm not going to say which one it was, because I don't want somebody to get in trouble.
I think it's good PR.
I think it is too, but I don't want to get her in trouble, and just in case. But went to the drive-thru, ordered what I was going to get up to the window. I didn't have my wallet with me. I didn't have my billfold. I had
worst ever. You don't have like Google Pay or whatever on your phone.
They
Apple
don't
Pay?
take that. I asked her when I got to the window. I was like, I don't have my card with me, and I have no cash, because that's with my card in my wallet, my billfold. And is it a wallet or a billfold? Is that male or female?
Billfold's male.
Billfold's
wallet
male.
is
wallet.
Yeah, I mean, I'll call it my wallet, but it's a billfold, because mine, I don't have bills, and they can't fold in there.
I don't like either name, to be quite honest.
No, they're both. I mean,
They both are kind of old.
Yeah.
They're kind of.
I love mine, because mine is just for cards, and if you want to put $1 in there or fold it over, like you got to fold it in thirds, jam it in there. Good luck getting it out, because it's like super. It's basically for cards, because I don't ever have cash.
Right, I never do either. I should. Well, you have change every. Well, no, I have change. Why do I have change? Because I have cash every once in a while.
Yeah, occasionally, but not very often.
Not very often. I really don't. But anyway, I get to the window and I don't have a way to pay. And I said, can you take, I know my card number, I know my security code, I know my expiration date. I said, I can give you that if you want to punch that in. I'll come in. I said, you know what, let me come inside so I don't hold up everybody else. So I drove around and parked, and I came inside. And she was super nice. And I said, here's the deal, blah, blah, blah. And I can give you the card information. Well, do you have a picture of the card? No, I don't. I never even thought about taking a picture of my card.
I would never think about that either.
Which is kind of a good idea, though, because then you have all your card numbers.
Yeah, kind of good
and
idea.
information. You just take pictures of them instead of writing that information down somewhere if your card gets stolen or.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
I don't know. Maybe not. But anyway, I have a picture of my driver's license.
Yeah, so do I.
Anyway, no, I couldn't. She couldn't punch it in unless she had the card or a picture of the card, so it had my name on it, which I thought was kind of funny, because I can promise you, I have given my card to an associate who looked nothing like me. On
paper, there is not one thing similar other than you're both human beings. Nothing. Truly, he's taller than me. Definitely not a Jill for sure.
Nope.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, on every and he's taken my card on numerous occasions.
The stupid chips that they put in cards now, they said it's supposed to make it more secure, more everything. It's less secure. Like then nothing.
No, and he's used it several times to go like pick up food for us.
Yeah.
Pick up stuff at the store, and nobody questioned once.
So, and if you gave her your card, if you had your card, they wouldn't say, "Are you Jill? Is this Jill? I need to see the ID." They would just take your card, swipe it. They have no idea who you are.
Right.
That's crazy.
Isn't that so? But the funny part was, and she was nice as could be, and I totally understood what she was saying. And I said, "Well, okay." I said, "Well, I don't know what to do, because you already prepared my food. It's not that big of a deal, no doubt. But and she says, you know what? Hold on." And she comes back and she gave me the food. She says, come back and bring me the money tomorrow.
Wow, that's cool. That is very cool.
And I said, seriously? Like, Wait a minute.
Sucker.
Yeah. No, I'm going to go back. I'll get the money back to them. I promised I would. But she gave me the food.
That's awesome.
And so I was like, because I don't want to say who it is out loud, because also I don't want to run on their window of people saying, "Oh, I forgot my card."
Yeah, especially Southern ladies like that.
So anyway, I got to go back and pay, but it brought my attention to the story.
I've done that. I've had that happen before where they didn't give me the food. It was at, I think it was at Taco Bell. They
Really?
didn't give me the food. And it wasn't a ton. It was like $7 or $8, but I was in my workout stuff. I didn't carry my wallet and I was on the way back from the gym and I already gotten through. And
I think part of the reason with mine is because the food was already, and because it was something that you had to be prepared. It wasn't sitting under a heat lamp.
Oh, maybe then, yeah.
Maybe that's part of the reason why that she gave it to me. I don't know, because like yours, they'll just take it back out of the bag and put it under
Just
the
give it
heat
to the
lamp.
next idiot that got a Taco Supreme or whatever. Right.
Exactly. But a story came out from Costco. If you're a Costco fan,
Costco's awesome.
I've only been to Costco once.
Costco is great. Their samples are great. Everything's just great.
I love how that's
Insane.
how you judge. Their samples.
They're
are great.
legit. You can go there and obviously just eat on a Saturday. Done.
Well, oddly, the story comes out and it starts, there are few things worse than loading up the conveyor belt at the Costco register with all your favorite bulk items to realize you don't have your membership card.
You don't have your app?
Well, they didn't have that before.
Oh, okay.
Because now you can finally forget about dumping out the contents of your purse and everything else, trying to dig it up, or the walk of shame, which is
The worst.
leaving all your stuff and going over to the Costco customer service desk.
The worst.
Because they have the digital membership cards now.
It's great.
So all you have to do is download the app and then log into your account, verify the membership, boom. And so you have a digital Costco card.
Which I don't understand why Costco, I think it's Costco or Sam's, one of the two. I think Costco, though, won't let you in unless you have a membership card.
Sam's.
Either Sam's will or Sam's won't. One of the two.
I think Sam's,
they're both
you have to have
opposite.
your card.
So then Costco,
That's why Costco, you can get in and all the way to the conveyor belt before you need your card.
Okay, there you go. So at Sam's, and you can't get in
Right.
unless you have a card, which is stupid.
Or you have to be with a member or something like that. I mean, you can't just
You just can't
wander
walk in, which is dumb.
You can get to the membership desk.
Right.
Which is right inside the door.
And I think the pharmacy too. Like I don't think you have to be a member to the pharmacy or optical or something. There's another thing in there like through Walmart or whatever. But I think that's dumb.
But Costco, well, honestly, I don't know, because then if they don't have the digital card up to this point, you walk right in, get all your stuff, and there you stand, and you don't have your card,
Right.
and so you can't buy anything. So,
Well, but like if you legit don't have a membership and you get in there, the best way to get want a membership is go in and look around, check it out, and then you can get a membership. But you can't check out anyway without a card.
you can get a temporary.
Yeah, you can
look
get
around.
Yeah, you can get a temporary. I guess you can
can.
get a 1 day one.
You
But
can do that. You can get a temporary, but at Costco, yeah. So, and granted, like they said, it's the walk of shame to have to go over to the customer service desk, prove who you are.
Especially if you're long line.
If you don't have your card, you probably don't have any ID with you, because your card is probably either with the same place that your ID is, right?
you would assume.
Yeah. Unless you keep it in a different pocket in your purse or something.
You would assume.
But anyway, so there's that.
was
So
a good
hopefully
one.
the place that I went to and every other drive-through place will come up with. Do any of the drive-throughs take any other kind of Google Pay?
Yeah, like Scooters does, Taco Bell does, Burger
Really?
King, McDonald's. Yeah, they
I've
all
never
do.
used it at any of the others.
Yeah, and Buc-ee's does. What's it? There was another one. I went.
The reason why he knows Buc-ee's does, I'm just going to tell you, we work near a Buc-ee's now.
Within spitting distance. I'm looking at it right now. Hi,
Seriously,
Buc-ee's.
and he drives to it. He doesn't walk.
Why? It's a block and a half and it's 100 degrees outside. Who the heck would walk? And I'd have to cross center and wait at a stop when I can just zoop, get my tornadoes and zoop back.
When's the last time you walked anywhere? I mean, like go somewhere legit, walk down a street.
Every day, Beth and I walk with a cocktail in our hand.
Area.
It's down a street.
Not a residential area.
Like walked with purpose of going somewhere.
With purpose.
I have to get back to you on that one.
Because I love all of a sudden he'll all of a sudden he's working, and all of a sudden he just like springs up. I gotta go get a tornado.
Just hungry. I think probably
Out the door he goes, and then got his car, drove the 2 blocks, went across the street, got the tornado, comes back. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, but Buc-ee's, so that's how you know Buc-ee's uses it.
Maybe it was the last time it was like down from parking to the stadium downtown, like for a College World Series. I honestly don't remember last time I got. I'm like, let's go for a little whizzy, little
We'll
walk.
just park here. We can just, it's just a few blocks that way. Let's just walk. We literally, okay, here's the funny part. We are getting ready to move to a new location. It's bigger and has more studios. And our company is Parkville Media. And what Parkville Media does is it's a production company for podcasts and also audio production for businesses as well. And so we have clients that come in, and sometimes we have a lack of studio space to hook people up. So we needed more room. And we were looking at some spaces. So we finally decided on a new space. And it's an area that has 3 or 4 different buildings in it. It's all single level, right? Instead of up high, it's so you can park right in front of your space.
Yes.
You know, it's nice. I love it. It's like a motel instead of a hotel.
It's awesome.
But it's really cool. So we're in, say, building A, and the lease office is in, say, building C. And so we went to building C to sign the lease, and everything is ready to go. And then we wanted to go check things out real quick with the people who run the property. And so she said, well, come on, let's just run down there real quick. So we're literally 2 buildings away.
But as the crow flies, but walking around, it was probably about 100 yards.
Max. Okay, maybe a football field.
And how hot was it?
We walked
99 degrees on my dash. Felt like 108.
Only reason you know that is because we walked a quarter of the way, and this guy says, I'm going to go get my car.
That's
and he takes off, turns around, and goes back, gets his car, whizzes by us.
And then ran into the curb. Well, you know when you park too close and come in a little hot and the front of your car hits the curb?
This is the first time I've met our lease people, whatever, our property managers.
Bad.
And I'm walking along, and all of a sudden you hear that. And I looked at him, I said, he does that all the time.
But who was the happy one when, as soon as we were done with the little tour, I got to walk right out to my car and took off as you two were sweating down the parking lot.
Actually, she walked back first. So it was just us that was still in the space.
Well, you still had to walk.
Because nobody offered me a ride.
You wanted to walk.
Just
You
saying.
said you wanted to walk there, so I'm like, well, she must be all about the fitness today. So I'm sitting in there turning the air conditioner down because it was a little chilly.
Whatever.
Walk. It's 2019.
I know.
If you exercise, do all this stuff, but you don't have to walk when it's 100 degrees. Drive.
You want to exercise in a air-conditioned
Gym
environment. There you go.
Right.
I got it. Okay. Anyway, and then one last thing. Oh, let's see. I don't know. Yeah. I think I'll throw this out there. Want to throw this out there now? Let's grab this one. This is something we talked about a few months ago, and it's finally coming to fruition. Do you remember when HGTV outbid, who was it? Lance Bass for the Brady house?
Yeah.
Very Brady renovation.
Is it finally renovated?
September 9th. It's going to be on HGTV.
And they're doing outside and inside. It's going to be a complete replica. That's pretty cool.
This is the neat part was there was part of the story about this was Susan Olsen was Cindy. Right. And so as a little kid, she was always bugged by the fact that the outside of the house that they showed on TV, the inside of the house didn't match the outside of the house. The one that they used.
That makes
the one that
sense.
they used inside didn't look like the outside of the house that they showed on TV.
Sure, it's weird.
And it bothered her because she was just a little kid, right? So now the house matches. They have the exterior.
And is it going to be a museum or like
the
a
interior.
little tourist thing?
I don't know what they're going to do with it.
They should. That'd be stupid if they didn't.
They should.
Yeah.
Absolutely, they should. When they bought the house and they outbid Lance Bass, who wanted to do the same kind of thing that HGTV did, but he wanted to do his own show. And this was a year or so ago. But they got it all. They bought it, and then they approached the cast of the Brady Bunch. They didn't have anybody on board when they bought that house.
Man, they were probably just assuming they would be part of it.
They ended up with all 6 of them. All the kids are all part of it because Florence Henderson, Robert Reed, and Ann B. Davis have all passed away. So all the kids, though, are still part of it. So it was kind of cool because they got a chance to sit down and talk about it and going
Except those
into the
dorks,
house now.
the Property Brothers were part of it. I think they're the biggest dorks.
Were they really?
Look, I saw a picture this morning. I didn't know what
see
it was
that.
about, but I saw the picture and they were kind of at the end.
Okay.
Unless it was just like a HGTV like photo
Crossover
op.
thing?
But yeah, I saw them in the picture anyway. I just think they're dorks.
Interesting.
Like, nobody that ever does construction knows that. Obviously, it's a TV show, but those guys roll up in their collared shirts and they're breaking down walls. Like, come on, be more like Chip. Chip gets in it. He goes after it. You guys.
He's got dirt on him. This is true. But this also coincidentally coincides with the 50th anniversary of the show.
Cool.
Hitting the Waves. So kind of cool that they're going to have that. So that's on September 9th if you want to catch that.
It's awesome.
There you go.
Thank you for listening to our podcast.
Pat and JT Podcast. A Parkville Media Production.